Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my channel, Learn Math with Sayyid Ali. We will be revising this topic of angle properties in parallel lines. And in the last lecture, we learned that what are corresponding angles, and we will be giving a second review to these definitions, and we'll solve some questions here. So first, we did corresponding angle. And the corresponding angle, we did the definition, and that is two equal angles that are in matching corners. So that are in matching corners. So I can take this one as a matching corner. These are the matching corner. So this is my example of corresponding angle. I will write in short corresponding angle. Corresponding angle. So what is definition? They both must be equal. So we have to remember that two equal angles that are in matching corners. Whatever matching corners you can find, those angles will be equal and are called corresponding angle. Then we have interior angles, and we did this definition. So we'll see one more time. Two angles that are inside the parallel lines, right? So we will suggest two angles which are inside the parallel lines. So these are the two angles which are inside the parallel lines, right? And what is the other part? And on the same side of transversal line that are, right? So they are on the same side. So this is transversal line, and they both angles are on the same side of the transversal line where their sum is 180. So these two angles are not equal, right? We are saying that the sum of these two angles will be 180. So these are interior angles. So sometimes question is asked in the fill in the blanks, right? That sum of the two interior angles is 180. Sum of the two interior angles is 180. Please remember, see the definition. Two angles that are inside the parallel lines and on the same side of the transversal where their sum is 180. So these are the two angles where their sum is 180. So you can see that one is acute and other is obtuse, right? And they are on the same side of a transversal line, right? Then we did the third example, third definition, alternate angles. And for alternate angles, we see this definition, and we have this picture. So these are the two parallel lines, and there's a transversal line, two equal angles that are either both inside or outside the parallel lines, right there. So I will choose this angle and this angle. So what is definition? Two angles that are either both inside or outside the parallel lines. So my both angles are inside the parallel lines and on the opposite side of the transversal. So my angles are opposite side of the transversal. So if you remember these definitions, so I will write underneath here, my selection is alternate angle. Alternate angles. So be mindful that corresponding angles are equal, always equal, right? So these two angles are always equal. And alternate angles, in the definition, two equal angles. We started like this, so they are equal. So alternate angles and corresponding angles are always equal. But for interior angles, the sum of the interior angles, so if I say it's P, it's Q, so the sum of angle P plus angle Q would be 180. So this is what we learned so far. Now we will do some more complex chart on this basis, right? That we know how to check out the angles when they are formed by a transversal line onto a parallel lines, right? So one of the question asked is like this. So if my parallel lines are like this, right, and my transverse line is like this, right? So if this is my transverse line, and now only the given angle is this, that this is 130, and question is saying, okay, find out these two angles, the other two angles, right? So they can ask for any angle, but you can manage that because of the definition. So n is unknown and m is unknown. So two of the angles M and N are unknown in this question, in this diagram. So you can check it out and give me your feedback that you learned the definition thoroughly, and you can give me the answer. We will do the answer at the end of the lecture, right? So another question is asked, like let me draw it for you, and then we will put down the answers for both of them. Let me take black marker. So the second chart is, so two lines parallel to each other and one line is transverse line, right? And now we are given only this angle 110 degree, right? And question is asking find out A, B, C, D at the other end. So question is asking A, B, C, D. So these four angles are unknown. So hopefully you have tried the first one, that is easy. So we can say that your answer, if it match your answer, then it's good that you are good with the definitions. So angle M is 130, right? Angle M is 130. So now you see that why this is 130. These are corresponding angles. You are right. So these are corresponding angles and they are always equal. So if this is 130, this is also 130. What is N? N will be equals to how much? How much you wrote? 50 degree. You are right. Why 50 degree? Because you can make use of many things, right? You can make use of supplementary angle. Yes, of course. If any horizontal line you can see, this is the horizontal line which you are seeing here, right? And this horizontal line should be 180. Horizontal line is a straight angle. See, this is straight line. This is a straight line, should be 180, and half part is given here 130 and the other part is unknown. So I can subtract from 180. 180 minus 130 is 50 degree. I can solve it, right? So my answers are right here, 130 degree and 50 degree. Now I have this exercise. So hopefully you have done this one too in the meantime, but we will discuss it, right? We can see all these angles if you want to, like at 110. What is this angle, right? This is corresponding, right? This is what we can see here. This is corresponding angle, right? Or we can say this is opposite angle. We did it in the last lecture of the oblique line angles, right? These are the opposite angles, and opposite angles are also equal. So now we will see that what is A, B and C equals to. So A, if your answer for A is 70, you are good. If your answer for B is same as 110, because these are this A and B, right? These are equal. Why they are equal? They are alternate angle, right? This angle and this angle, right? C, angle C. If your answer for C is 110, you are right. And for angle D, if your answer is 70, you are right. So you are almost there to recognize the angles, that if one of the angle was given on these parallel lines for angular properties, we can use opposite angle, supplementary angle, or interior angle, alternate angle, and we can manipulate the other angles which are unknown, right? We have some other questions in this exercise. Let's check one big question with you, and you can do it now because now it is third lecture on this same topic, and I want to give you more and more examples so that the topic is clear. This is a kind of bit of difficult to understand, and when the diagram comes, or diagram always comes in a different fashion or a different formation, and then if you have the clear concept, then only you can locate the correct angles. So let's see what this diagram is showing me. Here, this diagram is showing me three parallel lines. This parallel line, and this is also parallel, right? So these are the three parallel lines. And now you can see that this L1 is the transversal line, and this is also a transverse line, right? But this is perpendicular here in this case. So it can be a perpendicular. if it is not oblique line. So now the different form of angles are here: P, angle Q, right? Angle R, angle S, let's say angle T, and then we can say angle U, angle V, angle W, UVW, XY, right? So we can put X, we can put any alphabet, that doesn't matter. The matter is that you have to recognize who is equals to who and what conditions you apply to find out the unknown angles, right? So this is the diagram, most critical diagram on this topic, I can say that, right? But the diagram can come in any format. You have to apply the definition correctly, right? So can we see here what are the alternate angles? So we see here alternate angles, right? First alternate angles, then we will see here some of the corresponding angles, let's say, and then we will see some of the interior angles in this diagram, right? Question can be asked in any or in any way. And let's find out what are the alternate angles. How about P versus N? Angle P and angle S. So check it out and give me your feedback. I am saying that angle P is alternate angle for angle. And what is the alternate angle? They are equal, right? So angle P is alternate to S and they are equal, right? So alternate angles are equal, corresponding angles are equal, but the interior angles are not equals. Their sum is 180. So remember this definition. So angle W, and who is it alternate? Angle W alternate. Who will tell? So angle W alternate will be Y. Angle Y. Right? How about angle P and Y? Right? So you can have a look at it and then you can give me your feedback. You can give me in comments or you can email me any question. I will answer it according to the questions. They are received in order. So corresponding angles, if we see corresponding angles, how about angle P and angle W, right? Is this the corresponding angle, set of corresponding angle? Let's try R and X, angle R and angle X, right? And let me check one more for you. So, and another will be S and Y. S and Y is the corresponding angle, right? For interior angle, what is P plus Q equals to? If it is P plus Q. P plus Q, you can see here, P plus Q is 90 degree. So what is its interior angle equals to?